Hey, what's up everyone? I hope you're all having a wonderful day or night. I hope you will enjoy today's video, so let's just get into it.
I waited 24 hours for a guy's reply. And you know what that means. I did my hair and I put on a cute dress, and now I'm going on a date with another guy because you snooze, you lose is the motto of 2023. Bye.
Bye bye. But did I really lost something I never had? Is it still a loss if I had something and throw it away? Is it still a loss if I never wanted that thing in the first place? You waited 24 hours and he didn't reply. It's not really his loss, is it?
I just had a tiny disagreement with someone, and apparently my opinion on the subject is abnormal. So here is the question. If you're in a relationship with someone, let's say you've been together for over a year, do you really have to live together, like share the same living space, also live in the same house, apartment, cabin, tent, castle, boat, van, you name it? Or do you think that it's possible to have a nice and healthy relationship while living in separate places? I understand that money wise, it can make total sense to share the same living area, especially if you're spending all your time together. But I think it's also nice to have separate places so you can first decorate the way you like and there's no IKEA fight. And you can also go there to retreat and be by yourself when you feel like it.
And the rest of the video is just blah blah blah, and I'll save you the trouble of listening. The fact that you decided to make this a conversation for the entire TikTok, that alone makes it abnormal. This is a conversation you need to have with your significant other and no one else. What you've said so far and in the rest of the video makes you look kind of selfish. You can take time away from your significant other by going out with your friends. Go get brunch or whatever. If you need to take days away from your husband, boyfriend, or whatever, it's for one selfish, and also it doesn't look like a healthy relationship. 1 year in is pretty much not being able to keep your hands away from each other, and you already want to take time away from him. You already covered money wise, so I'm not touching on that. But for how long do you want to keep living separate lives? The rest of your life? How about when you want to start a family? What if you have a kid or two? Would you want your husband to live with you in the same place, to be there to help you raise that family? Regardless if your answer is yes or no, it doesn't even matter. This is a conversation for you and him. In my opinion, first thing you need to do is stop trying to live your life and your relationship on TikTok.
This is embarrassing and I should not out myself like this, but does anyone else match with a guy, right? You go to his Instagram, you go to his tag, you like accidentally find his ex-girlfriend. You click on her profile and she is gorgeous, like accent, successful, like fashionable. And all of a sudden you just cannot go on this date anymore. Like you don't respond to his opening message. He follows you. You don't follow him back. I don't know. I know myself and I'm not going to be able to stop thinking about her the whole date. Like, bro, just go back to your wife.
If he wanted her to be his wife, he would have proposed, but instead he wants you. And that right there should not bring up insecurities. He wants you because he sees something more valuable in you than what he saw in her. How many times do we have to say this? Looks are not everything. And if she really was more attractive than you, there's your proof right there.
Let's see if the bar's on the floor. This is the bare minimum for dating me. Number one, ask me to be his girlfriend. Literally bare minimum. We can go on dates, we can hang out. If you do not ask me to be your girlfriend or do some kind of a gesture, big or small, I'm not your girlfriend. I am not your girlfriend, and I can be seeing other people. Number two, buys me flowers often. Often for me, bare minimum meaning once a month or at least once every like 2 months. I'm like a self-care, romanticize my life kind of girl, so if you do not buy me flowers, I will be buying myself flowers. It doesn't have to be like a huge bouquet of like 10,000 roses or whatever. It doesn't matter how big the bouquet is every single time. I just care to know that you're not only gonna buy me flowers once just because I'm your girlfriend and like you secured the deal. Like I'm gonna need flowers like every so often. You're not getting away with like one flower per year. Like, no. Number three, picks me up and drops me off home unless otherwise stated. If we're going somewhere, I do not care if your house is like inconvenient. You're gonna pick me up and you're gonna drop me off like a proper gentleman. Unless I am already right next to the area that we're gonna meet in, you're gonna have to pick me up and drop me off. You should be caring about my safety, okay? And just so you know, if your boyfriend's only coming to pick you up and drop you off if it's convenient to him, that is not love. The people who love you don't only do things because it is convenient to do so. Number 4, offers to pay for every activity and doesn't expect me to do 50-50. Not to say that I'm never going to buy you anything or that I'm never going to offer to pay for a meal, but if you are expecting me to pay, if you are literally expecting me to like pay for stuff, then you got the wrong girl. Like, I'm sorry, I can't do it. There are girls who like 50-50, just not me. Follow for part 2. And tell me if my standards are too high.
You have no idea how great that sounds. Go buy yourself flowers. But let me read 2 more of this bare minimum for dating the princess here. Picks me up and drops me home unless otherwise stated. Sure, you're a lady, you're looking for a gentleman, absolutely fine. Offers to pay for every activity, doesn't expect me to 50-50. I'm guessing it's go 50-50. That also sounds kind of fine, but what do you mean by every activity? Going shopping? Groceries? How about your vacation that you're gonna take with your girl? That's part of your every activity, isn't it? What if you decide to turn paying your own bills into an activity? Yeah, I think I'm gonna go back to my original point and you can go buy yourself flowers.
If you have 15 minutes with me, what we doing?
I try to do as much as you want to do because it's what you have time available, you understand? Like, if I don't have 15 minutes, I got a long time. You have 15 minutes, you understand? So I'm gonna let you do what you want to do, and that's it. This is your 15 minutes, right? Me, I got time today, so we good.
I've actually never been speechless. I don't even know what you just said.
That's alright, no one does. He doesn't even know what he said. Oh, I'm gonna with your my time. No, your time. I have time. Understand? You don't have time. She carries around a microphone asking dumb questions to dumb people. I'm pretty sure she has 15 minutes. Everyone has 15 minutes. What would you do? Well, it's kind of late. It's evening or night, so there's not too many options. But you see that place over there? I'm gonna take you there. We're gonna grab some pizza, and after that, we'll go to the other place over there and we're gonna have some drinks. Oh, well, that takes more than 15 minutes. Exactly. I'm gonna show you how it feels to have the pleasure of enjoying my company. No, no, I mean, I have time. Understand? You don't have like 15 minutes. It's your time. Yeah, right.
My favorite thing ever is that men say that they hate that women communicate in emotions, because if you know that about women, why are you actively not doing that? Like, if you know that's how women communicate, why don't you communicate with them in that way? By knowing that and actively choosing not to communicate with women that way, it just sounds to me like you're trying to turn that woman into a guy.
I never thought it would be possible, but she made less sense than the guy from earlier. Why don't I communicate in emotions? Is that a new language or what? Why don't I communicate in the same way you do? Because I'm me and not you. I also don't feel the need to cry over some sweater I borrowed to my best friend and she never returned it.
I'll do the number 7.
Number 11?
7.
Number 11?
7.
Sorry, I can't hear you.
It's okay. Number 7.
Okay, number 11.
Sorry, princess, they ran out of number 7s 5-10 years ago when you only used to order number 11. Handsome, loyal guy, yeah, that number 7, he's now number 5, happily married.
You can always tell when a man is holding his girlfriend back because when they break up.
Nah, but like, for real, for real? You know what the gag is? You know what the gag is? The gag is that they're like, why wasn't she like that when she was with me? How come she glowed up after we broke up? Like, they really are left just like stunned. Just like, how did this happen? I will tell you. I will be the one to break it to you bluntly. You're not gonna like it. You're not gonna like it. You know what? Shut up and don't get mad. I'm not here to coddle your feelings. The reason that they glow up after you, my boy, reason they glowed up after you, it's because you were holding them back.
Wow, that's really smart. Did you by any chance came up with all that by yourself? Cause I mean, that's impressive. It's not like you stitch a video with that first lady and she said the exact same thing. No, I mean, you managed to convince me. I'm all the way convinced. Queen of the couch suddenly decides to go to a gym because I was holding her back. I know, I mean, that's still the best thing ever, cause now she's glowing. Do I take credit for that? Not really, but you know, it's still because of me.
This is your daily reminder to go post that thirst trap on Instagram. Sometimes you just forget how much of a baddie you are until you're like, wait a minute, I didn't know I was capable of this. And sometimes you forget. You just need to remind yourself real quick. Get ready, do your hair, do your nails, do your makeup, pick out a cute outfit, take pictures, and it's like all of a sudden like, oh shoot, I remember now. I am a baddie. Anyways, go do it.
Yeah, go ahead, I'll wait. You do you. In the meantime, in the real world, while I'll wait for you to go ahead and do that, yes, I do want fries with that. Please, I meant please, cause I am that nice. I'll even say thank you when you bring my order.
Name me 5 countries in Africa.
Come on, you can do it!
Madagascar?
Yes!
Madagascar.
Madagascar too.
Madagascar too!
Well, they made 4 parts, so she's 1 country away from knowing the whole 5. Maybe throw in some Shrek with a far, far away land and you're all set. Anyway, this is gonna be the end of the video. As always, I do hope you enjoyed it. If you didn't, I still appreciate you for making it this far. Thank you all so much for watching. Stay safe and I will see you in the next one.